It's Week 12 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Bills' leader at quarterback. He got his reps in last week, finishing with over 300 passing yards. It's the Bills and the Niners on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Tonight we run a finish to Week 12 with a good Monday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded right around the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man open, it's Ross. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Second and 1. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards there and a first down. The Niners had a woeful 2-9 on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here, and it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
And a solid run here as he'll break his way down to the 42-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Down inside the 40. The numbers for Conley a week ago. 12 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Complete here, it's high. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he's going to try and do this himself. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 2nd and 6. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And look, you're down 7-0 in the first quarter. You know it's not a time to panic or feel like you've got to get those points back right away. But how about their conviction and taking that chance to throw the ball deep right there, knowing they can hit on plays like this? I'll bet that won't be the last time we see them take a deep shot in this game.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial. Make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
These two teams all tied after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll set up to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 34.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion. And I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
2nd and 13. He's got the hook up with Conley. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Fielded right around the 8. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. They'll look to throw here. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
2nd and 5. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Crossing route complete to Ross. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. He's going to keep this again. Down to about the 22 here. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and it. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good to make it 17-7. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Takes it at the 7. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bills ready to take over. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Back to throw here. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. On 4th down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that one is still scoreless as they play in the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Burns.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. Out of the gun now on third down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. On fourth down, Sean McDermott trots the field goal unit out there. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
From the 6. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man, complete. It's Freeman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Back-to-back completions here to Freeman.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
On second down, here's the option.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
They go play action here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. They'll go option on second down, right side. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Caught here by Conley. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
They go to the empty set there, 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in to block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll go option to the short side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
To throw now on 1st down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Niners will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
On second down, Conley. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
But they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds Ross right side. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They'll run on 1st down. Conley.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call, because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A pass there over the middle to start things out.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Back to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
They'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
That's a really nice play concept there. Bootleg him out to the right. They're going to move the pocket and try and keep the rush away from him. I love that he was able to throw back against the grain a little bit and find a receiver cutting from the backside of the formation across the middle.
Now the try here for the point after. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The try here for the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
From the 6. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term, momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the west.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up. They'll look to throw here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And his kick here is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now a first throw here in overtime. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 2nd and 2. Conley with a reception. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is, if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And it's knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And Conley's got it over the middle.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports.
And now this ball picked up in the end zone. Remember, this is a live ball. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Bills, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Niners, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time.